with ATV Trip is brought to you by Walsh Racecraft. We'd like to remind you, winners ride Walsh.
I'm standing here with Rod Lopusnak. Most of you may not know this, but Rod is actually the man who single-handedly brought factory support to the U.S. Could you tell us a little bit more about that, Rod?
Sure, Amy. Basically what happened was Suzuki being the first big company to invent the four-wheel ATV. You know, we were the first with a sport ATV. We were the first with a race ATV. And then what happened was we kind of got out of it for a little while. We put our priorities in business in some of the motorcycle segments. When we got back into it, we developed what you're sitting on, the awesome LTZ 400, the GNC championship bike. And with that, we took that as our foundation. But we went out and we looked, we interviewed dealers, customers, we surveyed everyone, and we found out how important racing actually is to not only the image, but to the customer, the image of Suzuki, the bike. So with that information, we knew definitely that we wanted to get involved in GNC and GNCC racing. When they came with the pro production rule that there was going to be two separate pro classes, through a lot of correspondence with Japan and upper management here at Suzuki, we finally got it to pass that we gave Tim Farr and Doug Gus some support that first year. It wasn't a full factory effort, but there was a lot of support.
That was back in 2003?
Correct. Yeah, that's what we did. And then the following year, we kind of built on that. And then, of course, Timmy, as you know, signed with Honda. Yep. And then we were able to sign Doug. So it's kind of like a dual effort. It was us, and then, you know, Timmy had a lot to do with it, too. So with that, you know, Suzuki is a really competitive company. I mean, we've just won 5 of the last 6 AMA Superbike champions. Of course, Ricky Carmichael's success right now on our RM is incredible. You know, what Doug did last year at 12 rounds, he won 8 of them and finished second. You know, the worst thing he did was finish second. Yeah. So we're real serious, and when we came out with this platform, we felt like if we could be successful at this, and we went out and we were really successful, that next year we're going to add to it, and we've done that.
And you did. You stepped it up double, maybe even more.
Yeah, I would say at least. We went out and we evaluated riders all year. We felt that Jeremiah Jones was the next best person, you know, candidate for our team. Was a good fit with Doug. They get along really well, so, you know, we signed Jeremiah. We got a brand new semi, just like Ricky Carmichael or Matt Mladen, any of the other top racers have. Went out there. Each rider has a mechanic. You know, we have team manager Wayne Hinson, who's basically a legend in ATV racing. We went out there. We tried to get the best riders. You know we have the best product, and we wanted to go out and hire the best people. And we have Clark Jones for suspension. So both Ryan and Paul Turner do a great job on Jeremiah and Doug's bikes. So and the big part of that is we want it to be a family, because I think that's the great thing about ATV racing. It's just a close-knit, fun family. Yeah. But we didn't want to make it to where there's fences up and it's hard to meet and greet. We want to have that open air, you know, thing with the riders and the fans.
Yeah, but you definitely have stepped it up to from the backyard racing to that full factory-fledged, you know, sponsored riders, and I think a lot more riders in the future can look forward to, you know, trying to practice and do their best, so they know one day maybe they could be the future Doug Gus or Jeremiah Jones.
Yeah, it's, you know, the dream. It's just like when I was a kid, you know, you had a picture of Roger DeCosta or whoever your hero was. You want to grow up to that. And really with ATV racing, we had, you know, 10, 20 of the best riders out there in the world. But there was not that dream, you know, and part of that dream is like NASCAR or anything else is that semi, the whole factory perception, you know, the coolest.
The whole atmosphere.
Yeah, the coolest thing in the world, you know, I want to get that, I want to see that. And we felt like that ATV was clearly missing that, and we wanted to step it up and be extremely professional, you know, show that Suzuki's serious about this sport of ATV, you know, ATV racing, serious about our product. And then on the other hand, still keep that family side that, hey, we're open, come over and see Doug and Jeremiah, see the semi, you know, so someday maybe you could get to that point.
I think you guys have definitely accomplished that. One more thing. The GNCC series actually has a new name. Could you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the GNCC series is another important, you know, we're a very competitive company, so we stepped up and we're the title sponsor for the GNCC series, both motorcycle and ATV, and it's just another point to get out and show that our ATVs and our motorcycles are the best in the class. We love the competition, we love challenging all the other manufacturers, and we love supporting, you know, great things like the GNCC.
That must feel really good, because the GNCC has never, ever had a title sponsor like that before.
Well, you know what, we see it as we have a great team there. Mike Webb's team does an awesome job on motorcycle, and we support William Yoakley, with the ATVs, and we have some other support riders that we do. So we're going to look in the future to step that up also.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for all your support, and thank you for talking to us, Rod.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Saying, not only Suzuki as a whole, as a company, is stepping it up, but also accessories. Our Genuine Suzuki accessory department has got involved. We're sponsoring Doug Gus, as you can see. We are sponsoring, we're making his Nerf bars, his race-winning Nerf bars. This is Team Suzuki Yoshimura. It's a line that anyone can get. So if they want to be just like Doug, you can get our Nerf bars. We have our front bumpers right here that we're sponsoring. And again, as exposure is such a key thing, before I say that too, we're offering this graphic kit too. It's a Doug Gus replica graphic kit that we're offering.
And anybody can buy it.
Anybody can buy this, yeah, exactly. And what's great about it, kind of what Rod was saying about exposure, we're also getting our Suzuki dealers involved in the ATV racing. And what we're doing is every Thursday before a race, so let's say I'm going to talk about Gainesville, the Thursday before we're doing a dealer, an autograph signing where Doug Gus Jeremiah will be there. And so what we're trying to do is just expose the community in the city about ATV racing.
And make it more well known.
Make it more well known. And so also what we've done with accessories is we've developed special T-shirts. If you want me to show you, we've done Doug Gus T-shirts, Doug Gus hats.
Joe, can you follow us over, please?
As you can see, here we have, this is just one little product here. We have a Doug Gus T-shirt. We're also in the midst of also developing a Jeremiah Doug Gus hat. And so what's great is these cities, we're exposing it. We have it on flyers that Doug Gus Jeremiah will be here Thursday night signing autographs. And with that, we're going to promote ATV racing. So we can say, hey, this Sunday in your backyard, come out and support your team.
And meet the pros.
Meet the pros, so they'll get a glimpse. A lot of people haven't even heard of ATV racing. So that's something that Suzuki's doing. Another thing that we've done too is, let me show you here, is we've also involved fly racing. Fly racing is only predominantly involved in supercross and motocross. Yep. And we thought, you know what, let's just bring them in. Let's bring fly racing. So they're actually sponsoring Doug Gus and Jeremiah. This jersey right here, the same jersey that Doug Gus and Jeremiah Jones wears. And it's great because fly racing now is so involved that they're so excited about this that they want to promote the sport as well with Suzuki. So
it just brings another huge company into the sport that needs a lot of promotion.
Right, and because Doug Gus and Jeremiah are wearing this, last year there was only one rider that wore fly racing gear, and now this year there's about 36 riders. So
wow, that's such a big difference.
Right, and just to show you at Glen Helen, I know the weather wasn't the best, but one good thing is fly racing, they bought their bus. They were promoting the sport. They wanted to check it out. They brought their little, it wasn't a big rig, but a bus, and handing out.
It was enough.
Exactly. Yeah. They're going to be at Gainesville too. So we're just really excited to just really support the sport with Suzuki, Genuine Suzuki accessories, and helping out our vendors here that aren't familiar with ATV racing.
Well, that's really something to look forward to in the future. And you guys are doing such a great job promoting the sport and really supporting it to the max. Thank you so much for everything, Veronica.
Sure. Thank you.